Alright, so the glute bridge. Ladies and gentlemen, whether this is for warm-up purposes or actual loaded programming, this should be a staple of your fitness routine. Why? Well, in short, the stronger your glutes, the less likely your back is going to start acting up. But I'm getting off topic because that opens up the topic of motor engrams and such. As the name suggests, we should probably feel this exercise in our glutes. But don't forget the abdominal bracing, anti-rotation, and pretty much a lot of the other muscles in your lower body also being involved here. So to do this exercise, especially if you're just learning it, I firmly believe you need to make sure your body is absolutely neutral. Check yourself out when you're lying down. Are you crooked? Are your hips square to the ceiling? If so, good. If not, fix them. The next biggest point is I'd recommend using the heels of your feet as the main point of pressure, pushing to the floor as you're raising your hips upwards. That's not to say that the rest of your feet can't be on the ground, but do not be pushing through your toes. Okay, so let's give this a shot. Back flat on the floor, pushing through the heels as you raise your hips upwards. Notice how my body is relatively straight from my ribcage onwards. You don't necessarily have to go higher than this, especially if your back starts to arch. Why? It comes down to posterior pelvic tilt. What I mean to say is, as I'm raising my hips, I'm flexing my abs and trying to tilt my hips towards my belly button. An easy way to do this is just imagine you've got a glass of water sitting on your waist and you're trying to spill it towards your belly button, while maintaining the form you see here. The thing that this will eliminate is a tendency for people to want to let their knees drift forwards as they're getting toward the top of the bridge. If we have a lot of that going on, it's pretty indicative that your glutes aren't doing as much as they should be and other muscles have probably taken over. Now try it out. I guarantee you will feel your glutes get hit a lot harder even with just body weight reps. The last point I'd like to touch on is to ensure you're pushing evenly through both legs. How can you test this? Look at your hips. At the top of the bridge itself, are your hips slanted? This is such an important step to master, especially if you're looking to progress to things like barbell hip thrusts and even valve slides like you see here. Hit me up in the comments if you've got any further questions, guys, but for now, what are you waiting for? Get to bridging.